cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know.
What's up, good people, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. 96, along with Freddie G, K Money, and Slash. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. I want everybody that's on YouTube to go out and subscribe and click the like button. Follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast and on IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. What's up, good people, and welcome back to another edition of Think Thursday. Today's topic, I ain't have one, so we doing some more random bullshit. Oh man, with so much going on, man. 2025 ain't even good 3 months in, and man, we've had so much activity. So let's talk about a few of them, and let me see if I can get you guys to weigh in on all this crazy stuff that's going on. Let's start with Gene Hackman. Did y'all see what happened?
I heard what happened. I didn't see it though, but
yeah, I don't know much about what happened, but I did hear about him passing. But I think you guys had more information than I was able to come up with.
Yes, sir. So go ahead, Freddie G.
So they found Gene Hackman, who's like 95.
95. Mm-hmm.
And his wife, and she's like 65.
63.
Something
63.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 63. Mm-hmm. They were dead in their home in two separate locations, but they were in their home.
Right.
And they also found one of the dogs dead too in the kennel.
Right.
Right. And so the police, when they did their investigation, it was enough for them to call the death suspicious because of hey, we got two people dead here and the dog dead. Mm-hmm. That's enough to call it suspicious.
Exactly. And then like they ruled out carbon monoxide. That was ruled out because that was my first thought initially. I said, oh yeah, they got carbon monoxide in the house. And not even a couple hours later, the same day, they said, "Oh no, carbon monoxide ruled out."
Well, I don't know if it's the same day. Well,
yeah, it was the same day.
And the reason why I say that, I'm not saying the reason why I say that is because in order for you to determine if somebody was death by carbon monoxide or any type of death, they have to do an autopsy.
Yes,
and the autopsy wasn't done the same day.
Yes.
Now, they did rule out carbon monoxide. A few days later, which tells me that the autopsy had begun, and during that autopsy they discovered this wasn't caused by carbon monoxide. In addition to that, Gene Hackman had a pacemaker, and so they were able to determine that they had been dead for at least 9 or 10 days or something like that.
What?
Yeah,
because his pacemaker stopped.
That was the last.
So that was the last reading on the pacemaker. So that they was able to determine that Gene Hackman had been dead for at least 9 or 10 days.
I didn't hear that part.
Now, also, the wife's body, the face was bloated, but the body was mummified, was starting to mummify, which makes it difficult to cut during autopsy. And so, man, with all of that, and of course the dog is one dog was found dead in the kennel, and they did have I think one or two more dogs, but they was kind of able to move around and come in and out or whatever. But man, I don't know if someone caused them to die, but I do have a little theory, my own little theory.
Please, let's hear it. Because this is going to tie into the next
one
subject.
Too, Freddie G. I'm going to let you say
go ahead.
first.
It's going to tie into my next subject.
Here's my theory. My theory is that Now, keep in mind, Gene Hackman is 95 years old, and he been married to his wife for 30 plus years. So, and she's 63. So the age difference is huge.
Big,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
30,
Right?
yeah, 32 years, yeah.
And so, here's my theory, man. I think that Gene Hackman died 1st. Heart related. Wife saw that and couldn't take it because they found open bottles of pills around her.
See, didn't know that either.
And I think that she could have possibly. Now, again, we've got to wait for autopsy stuff. This is just a theory.
Just a theory.
She saw my husband dead. I'm finna take my life too.
What I'm going to do.
So I'm going to take all of these pills. Now, and that's how she died. Now, that explains those two. Here's what I think what happened to the dog.
Okay.
I think that I think they had maybe 2 or 3 dogs. For the sake of the conversation, let's say they had 3 dogs. 2 of them was outside the kennel. One of them was inside,
the
right?
kennel.
I think the dog that was inside the kennel is the dog that gets in trouble a lot. So we're going to put your ass on timeout.
Exactly.
Now, I think that dog was in on timeout before they died. And when they died, that dog was no longer able to get food and water.
Yeah.
So the dog died of starvation and dehydration.
But here's the thing: dogs
So-
are smart. They would, and K Money, you probably can answer this. Dogs are pretty smart. They probably would have bought maybe not the water, but the food. I'm pretty sure they would have bought the other dog food, right?
Who would have bought the other dog
The,
food?
the other 2 dogs that were loose.
Think about this: the 2 dogs that are loose, them motherfuckers feeding for themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
They
don't
gotta
think they
get-
would have brought
They
the other
gotta
dog
get,
food.
they gotta get out first. Yeah.
Yeah, so I believe that Gene Hackman died first. Wife couldn't take it and decided I'm gonna take all these pills and I'm gonna die. And the dog that was in on timeout before both of them died, he couldn't get no food or water, and so he died.
Okay, let's see. Because right now I really want to just bang the gavel and say,
Well, K Buddy got a theory.
yeah, I know. I don't want to bang it yet because I want to hear K Money's theory.
All right, bro. It's 3 dogs.
Okay.
I think the dog that was locked up was a white dog. The other 2 dogs was black. So
Bang the gavel.
the black dogs weren't being treated right. So they somehow stressed Gene Hackman out to where, like you said, it was heart related. So he probably caught a heart attack.
I'm not even.
But yeah, I feel the 2 black dogs, and I don't even know if they black, but I'm assuming that they should be the ones that are
They
suspects.
got black spirits.
Yeah, they the dogs that are suspects at this point in time.
These racist ass dogs, always the blacks.
So
right?
so the dogs is responsible
For the deaths.
For the death.
Right now, so I mean, because I can't think of nothing else other than carbon monoxide for them to be deceased in the manner that they are.
I think I'm
They
going
were.
to go with Freddie G's. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
I did say the dog.
Boy, that's an answer I would give. Thanks, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. The dogs caused it, y'all. Y'all heard it here
Bro, they
first.
smart. This motherfucker not gonna keep treating us like this here. You know?
They went on a riot. Okay.
A mutiny.
All right. Let's roll into the next one. I'm skipping one, but I want to go into, since we're talking about the pills and the poisoning, possibly, allegedly. We're not even going to say allegedly, possibly. This is just a theory of ours, of Freddie G's. The club poisonings in Houston. Have y'all been hearing about that?
So there's been several of them.
Several. Okay. I have a friend, homegirl I've been knowing for a couple of 20 years, and she has, and y'all might know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you might
That
know.
was the first one that I knew about.
Oh, you hadn't heard about Frankenstein.
And I heard that the first one, she was at Red Rooster.
Red Rooster, the club.
Yeah. Well, she would always be at Dreams. She went to a lot
She
of
went to
those
a lot.
clubs.
Yeah, but she went to Red Rooster. They poisoned her there because she didn't die until she got to. It's a game room,
Right.
You know, people go to and gamble late
it
at night.
after-hour game room or
After hour,
something?
yeah, they stay open 24 hours. Some of them stay open 24 hours. So they go in there, and she actually died on the game.
Damn.
And they thought maybe she had, because she, from what I heard, I'm not sure if it's true, but she was winning, and they thought maybe she had a heart attack
Excitement.
from winning, excitement maybe, but no, she actually, they did the autopsy, came back that she actually got poisoned at the club. Now, different game room, another lady, her son, he was only 32. This dude, he didn't really drink. He just ordered one, and he drunk that night. And he died. This was at Frankenstein's. Now, Frankenstein's have had several of these. Frankenstein's on Highway 6. Okay.
Where's Frankenstein? What city is Frankenstein located?
Sorry. Frankenstein's is in Houston, Texas on South Highway 6. All right? But Frankenstein's allegedly has had 3 or 4. And him, Miss Carol, I'm just going to say her name. I ain't going to say her last name. Miss Carol's son, he was the one that passed from Frankenstein the same way. Allegedly being poisoned at Frankenstein.
They need to shut that motherfucker down. If they didn't have more than one.
This is the third or fourth one from them.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. Now, you know they caught the lady in Miami, or not Miami, in Florida for the same thing. It was a black lady. She was poisoning people as well. They caught her.
What was her reasoning?
Allegedly.
Did she have a reasoning?
No, she was doing it for fun.
Oh,
allegedly. Allegedly doing it for fun. And you don't know how many evil people are here, man.
You can't trust anybody, bro.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's just the bottom line now.
You can't.
You don't know. What's going on.
It makes you not want to order a drink at the club at all.
Makes you not want to go to the goddamn club.
Stay out. You know what I mean? And I mean, at this age, man, and this day and time, we're seeing anything and everything under the sun happening. Stuff you thought wouldn't happen is happening. So you can't trust anybody. I was having a conversation with a young guy yesterday. Mm-hmm. He's an aspiring artist, and I was telling him, I said, man, you know, you got to understand, you got friends that's around you. I say, but sometimes it looks good, but sometimes it's not good to have these people around you because don't trust them. You know, keep it on a professional level with people that you're around when you go into these different studios because you don't know who to trust. We know a lot of deaths come from just hanging around people and hanging around the wrong people because sometimes we're not really involved in what's going on around us. You have to have some sort of mind frame to think about what's going on around you and think about who people really are because you really don't know these people. And I just say that because I don't trust nobody.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I do not trust. I used to be the type that I give you 100% trust coming in, then you have to just hang yourself. Now,
but now it's like I don't
trust you at all.
At all. Right.
At all. And even if you prove me to, I still don't. It's like
it's actually
unless I've been
good
knowing
to do
you
that.
for many years. If I've been knowing you many years, it's totally different.
It's okay to not trust people. So don't feel ashamed because you around somebody you don't trust. Just know how to carry yourself around that situation. You can't run from it because everybody that you come encounter with is not going to be at your best interest, and you have to understand that off the muscle. So as far as being poisoned at a club, hey, now it's time to stop going.
Yeah, it's time. You can't do nothing now. I mean, how evil can you be to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill somebody tonight"?
There's some evil people out here, man. People don't care no more.
Oh man, you was about to say something, Freddie G? I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. We did let's do school rivalries. We've been doing school rivalries.
We had a school rivalry for years, and I'm talking about Yates and Madison. Y'all know about the Yates and Madison rivalry.
Yeah.
Those were huge.
I think every school was Yates' rival.
Every black school back then.
Yeah, because
Yates was their rival.
Yeah, because you even had some Northside schools that were rivals.
But Wheatley, that's only basketball.
But no, it was we had a lot. And when I say rival, I want to say we would go to the football games if it was at that school on their campus, and we go. It's about to be some problems fighting.
So check it out. If you, we're all Yates graduates, right? Mm-hmm. So if we ask a Yates graduate in our era, we ain't talking about the other eras because rivals change over the years.
Right.
In our era, if we say who was our rival, you would say Madison.
Man, I'd say Sterling.
I would say Sterling, Madison, and
every black school.
Wheatley.
All
of those.
So that's my point.
Yeah.
So for like in my mind, if you had to pick one, I would say Madison
yeah.
was
Yes.
number one.
was Yates'
Yeah.
rivalry.
Yeah.
But if you go and ask Madison, who was your rival? They'll say Yates.
Yates.
You ask Wheatley, who was your rival? They'll say
Yates.
Yates.
Yeah.
You ask Worthy, who was your rival? They'll say Yates.
Uh-huh.
Willie Ridge, who was your rival?
Worthy was
They'll
out?
say, you not hearing my point I'm making.
Yeah, I get
They'll
you.
say Yates.
Jones.
All of the other schools, their rival was Yates.
Yeah.
But Yates, in my opinion, during our time,
Was
only
Madison.
had one rival.
That's right.
And that was Madison.
Madison. Yeah.
Yeah. And in the
I
70s.
I disagree.
In the 70s,
it was
it would've been
Madison and
Wheatley.
Willow Ridge.
Say it again,
K.
K-Money?
In the 70s, Yates' rival would have been Wheatley.
Wheatley.
Yeah.
Wheatley.
Right.
No.
Back then.
Wheatley was
Are
one.
you understanding
definitely.
what's being said?
I get what you're saying.
What did you just say? What did you say?
I don't know.
What did you just say? Because I'm listening to you.
I forgot. Okay, so the reason why I just don't agree because if you look at Jones, if you look at Davis, if you look at what's another one, those really.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question.
If we went to that campus, we weren't gonna fight.
Listen to me. I'm going to ask you this question.
What's that?
In our era, when we came up,
We were gonna fight at Jones
no,
and Davis.
you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
This ain't about just fighting.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying. You got to pick one school. Who was Yates' rival?
Madison.
Now, if you go to Madison and they ask, who was your rival? Who do you think they would say?
I don't know.
Most of these schools, I
They
feel,
gonna say
I
yes.
would say
they'll
maybe
yes.
Yates.
In
They'll
our-
say
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And if you went to Jones and say, who was your rival? They'll probably say Yates.
I wouldn't say Jones. Jones, I didn't.
No, you're not listening. It just went over again.
I just don't think Jones would say that.
Why
who
not?
would Jones say?
Jones didn't. They didn't have nothing.
Yeah, they did.
You're not listening. Listen, if you went to Jones and you say, hey, what school did you get up to play? What school packed the most audience?
Yates. Okay, get it. Never mind. Yates. Gotcha. All right. If you're going that way. Gotcha.
I've been going that way the whole time. You don't listen well.
I do listen and I hear well, but I just never mind.
You
Let's
don't,
go.
you don't
Never
comprehend well.
So now I'm talking about robberies, but I'm talking about these school shootings lately. They just had a couple of them. Freddie G was just talking about the one in Memorial.
Well. So there was a school shooting, and I think it was Aldine. There was several little teenage shootings, but in regards to kind of school related a little bit recently, there was some Aldine students that had confrontation, and allegedly the day before there was some confrontation in regards to a soccer match. Now, you know, and now let me make this clear. These students were Hispanic, or they wasn't black, or they wasn't white. So whether Hispanic or El Salvadorian, I don't know, but they wasn't black or white or Asian. So for the sake of the conversation, I'll say Hispanic. So allegedly, they had a confrontation in soccer game the day before. Now, I don't know if the soccer game was school related, because we know a lot of Hispanics like to play soccer on their spare time.
Yeah, on the weekends and everything.
Yeah,
they
so
do
I
it.
don't know if the soccer game was school related, but they did have a confrontation.
Right.
Now, one of the guys, they ran into each other again on the street. There was a group of teens in a pickup truck. And then there was this one teen standing outside or something on the highway. They were like on the highway in front of the school or something like that. And the guy that was on the street saw the guys in the pickup truck. The guy that was on the street initiated the aggressiveness by approaching the pickup truck. Now, I don't know if the pickup truck door was already open and they was talking noise to him, or if he went and actually opened the pickup door truck on the passenger side. I don't know. But either way it go, he managed to make himself wedge himself in between the door and the actual truck. The door and the truck. So the door couldn't close because he was wedged in between the door and the truck. And it looks like he was the aggressor, but he was also the one that ended up getting shot. And when the pickup truck left, you could see it looked to me that they ran over him too, because it looked like they went over a speed bump.
Oh, shoot.
So not the front end, because you're in
You in the back of the front wheels.
Yeah, you're in the back of the front wheels because you're in wedged between the door.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like the back of the pickup truck went up
Bounced
a little
up,
bit.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, it looked like they ran over him after they shot him.
Shot him.
Now, I don't think that the running over part was intentional, because they just trying to get away at that point.
Right.
So I don't think that was intentional. But it was clear. Now, as of right now, from my understanding, they know the suspects, but the suspects ain't been charged. They haven't been charged, because you got to think about it. He's the aggressor. Mm-hmm. He's the aggressor. Now, I don't know if they'll get charged eventually, but as of right now, they wasn't charged, because think about it. He's the aggressor. Mm-hmm. And if those were other teenagers and they don't have, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say all of them was over at least 18 years old. Mm-hmm. Whoever was in the truck was 18 years old or whatever. Well, I would think that if any charges come down would be, okay, how y'all get this gun?
Yeah, like, where you getting guns at that?
Well, we know where you're getting guns from, but I'm just saying how you got this gun. I would question the authority, because, and if there's other bodies or whatever shootings in regards to the gun, but it's clear that other team was the aggressor and lost his life over some bull crap.
Back in the day, were we shooting at people? It'd be a fight and everybody go home.
There was an incident at one of the Astrodome games where somebody was
shot in the eye. I remember that.
No. I don't know about shot in the eye.
Yeah, Torrance. I remember somebody.
Well, that's
good
the
friend.
second.
That's the second one. Yeah, I remember that one. He came back and told me about that. That's
because I remember
they didn't. They lived though. They lived.
A real close friend of mine did some time due to one of those Astrodome shootings. So yeah, it was a lot going on back in those days where we were teenagers and people were able to get guns. But just imagine now it's probably a lot easier than it was back in our days. But like I say, it was some situations like that happened at the Astrodome during the games. Mm-hmm. That there were some shootings, back in those days. But I don't know if anybody got killed.
Yeah, I don't think nobody
went that far, but there were shootings.
Yeah, we're shooting, but nobody got killed. I don't remember anybody. Now let's talk about y'all's favorite person in the world, Trump and the Ukraine. Did y'all see the conversation on the news between Trump and the? I think it was you saw it?
I saw the ambush.
He said the ambush. Yeah, I saw it. The news was broadcasting it, and I had my TV on mute. I can see the intensity, and by the time I tried to, because I was like, man, what's going on? Is this world? I tried to turn the mute off, but I accidentally turned the TV off.
I didn't see it, so help me understand.
Yeah, I accidentally.
What happened?
Yeah, Freddie G, y'all seen it? Did y'all actually see it? Because I was trying to watch it. Bullying.
Trying to antagonize the situation.
Man, they ambushed that man, and they had it all planned.
Yeah.
It started outside of the Oval Office.
Oh, yeah.
It started outside of the White House. Mm-hmm. When Zelensky showed up, President Zelensky showed up, Trump and that man shook hands, and Trump said to the media, "Oh, he's dressed nice today." That's the first red flag.
Condescending.
No, yeah, but that was the very first flag.
Unprofessionalism.
And that makes sense. That makes sense of what happened inside in the dress nice part, right? Uh-huh. And so that lines up with what K Money said, right? Now here's the thing. His country is at war. So usually that man will wear green. All green in like a. He dressed for battle. Yeah, he's dressed for battle. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Symbolizing armed services.
So that's number one. So he gets in there. Here's what the United States want from Ukraine. The United States wants half of Ukraine's minerals, like the titanium and
Right.
So they want
Right.
half of the minerals for a lifetime from your country. Give us half it, which is money, of course,
Of
right?
course.
Used to make lithium batteries and all this stuff, right?
Right.
So give us half of your minerals for lifetime. Now here's the deal. Ukraine is like, okay, I'll do that, but here's what I want from you. I want from you, America, to protect us from Russia
Right.
for a lifetime.
Right.
I want it in writing to protect us for a lifetime. Now, Donald Trump, the Trump administration is like, no, we ain't going to do that. We're going to protect you.
But not for a lifetime.
They ain't saying not for a lifetime.
Right.
They saying, yeah, we're going to protect you with it, but they don't want to put it down
On
right.
paper.
Now, here's the
Right.
thing, though. Here's the thing with that. Ukraine is like, hey, man, if y'all gonna protect it and to cease this fire, who's to say that they're not gonna come back? If you cease fire,
Right.
that they're not gonna come back. Russia has reneged on a deal before. So just because they cease the fire now, that don't mean they won't come back because they've already reneged on us before.
Right.
So that's when Vice President J.D. Vance chimed in, which is all a part of the ambush. You're being disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. He going in. Then Trump goes, you don't have the cards. You need our help and blah, blah. You're not in a position to talk. Then he said, the problem is I have empowered you to be a tough guy. And you're thinking you're a tough guy.
Yeah.
So now all of that is, number one, that's not presidential.
Exactly.
You're not being diplomatic.
That's where I was going.
Now, on top of that, piggybacking with K Money, there's some, now keep in mind, they're sitting down, the Ukraine president and Trump is sitting side by side with the fireplace backdrop in the back. Then you got two sofas on each side for like the vice president and other people. Then you got a bunch of cabinet members or whomever standing along the wall. One of the guys standing along the wall, off in the corner, going to ask the president of Ukraine, do you own a suit? Why don't you wear a suit?
Yeah.
First of all, y'all ain't on the same level.
Right. For you to even, you way over here in this corner.
Y'all ain't on the same
You
level.
should be talking
I'm the
to this
president
man.
of a country.
That's right. You shouldn't be talking. Yeah.
You ain't on no. You don't ask me that. You ain't on my level. Now here's the thing: the president of the United States allowed all of that to take place, and he jumped on top of it, and now it turns into a shouting match. And now they're trying to say, "Well, you ain't never thanked us. You don't think you don't want peace. You ain't thanking us."
Yeah.
When truth of the matter is, that man been thanking the United States for his help from day one. Starting with Joe Biden.
You know, this is what I say. The president-elect and his cabinet are acting like school children. There is nothing presidential. I've never felt a presidential, feeling when I hear 47 talk when he speak. I don't hear presidential figure in there nowhere. And to hear what they're doing now to a president in another country, man, that's so childish. If that continues to happen in that manner with different countries, everybody gonna be at our throat. You know what I mean?
Check this out. Now check this out. Other countries have already come to President Zelensky
Defense.
and pretty much saying, "Hey, we got your back.
got
We
you."
stand with
Right.
Ukraine." Blah blah blah. Now check this out. Now, y'all all know how I feel about 47.
Right.
Here's all, and I'm not nowhere near the president, the cabinet. Here's all he had to say, President Trump. All he had to say, if you didn't want to back that man for a lifetime, this is all he had to say to that man. Hey, we don't have to sign a backing of lifetime, because if you give us 50% of your minerals for a lifetime, that means that if Russia come and attack you, they're attacking us because you messing with our money.
That's right.
We got 50% minerals over there.
Exactly. exactly what it would
so
be.
leave our shit alone.
But you see how elementary he handled that situation.
He was also threatening World War III.
Yeah.
See,
Oh yeah, I heard.
that's why I
that.
say we in trouble with this guy. You know, we in trouble. We just need to figure out a plan for citizenship. Because a lot of times, man, if we keep letting this guy with these elementary ways, we got to get him out of office some sort of way. I don't know how. This man got to get out of office, man. We got to figure out. And I think impeachment is not going to be enough. You know, even though they can get the wheels turning on it, but I don't think impeachment going to be enough.
That man was impeached twice during his first presidency.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah,
to
you
get
ain't
him
lying.
out
They're
of
gonna have to make him president of Mars.
Bill Clinton was impeached.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Now, all right, with that, man, y'all make me want to change up. There go the bus. Who I was kicking off the bus. Let's kick off Lily Phillips today. Y'all know who that is?
No, who's Lily?
Who?
What did she do?
Lily. Miss Lily Phillips decided last year that she wanted to have sex with 100 men in one day.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad, right? But now she's pregnant.
And don't know who the daddy is.
Now she got a hell of a cocktail of baby.
Guess what?
That baby is mixed with everything because she
Listen, that's a lot of these women's story.
100 men in one day,
How
and
did
was
she do
bragging
it?
about it. Now she came on air and said, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
She
By who?
she's an Oriental.
She's from overseas. I don't know exactly her nationality though.
She's a porn star.
No, she's regular. A regular girl.
She's not regular screwing no 100 dudes.
No,
in
she was a
one day.
regular
That's not
girl.
a regular
She just
chick.
figured I'm gonna go have sex with 100 men in one day.
It's not a regular chick.
If I'm not mistaken, allegedly she went to IG and it was like a selection. But when do you have time to interview 100 people in one day and then have sex with them at the same time?
So let me ask you this. Wouldn't we want to keep her on the bus?
No. It would have been cool if she didn't get pregnant. That's why she getting out. Because now
okay.
you done had sex with 100 men. Who? I'm the daddy. No, I'm not. I'm the daddy. No,
And
I'm
it's
not.
too late.
Do
to
you know
go
how
on
many
Jerry
DNA
Springer.
tests that lady go after?
I don't understand why you would. It's 100 people. What are you doing?
Man, I don't know. But Lily, you got to get out the bus.
I'm the pappy.
Peace. This concludes our show for today, and if you haven't done so already, follow us on X at 52 Scott Podcast, also IG and Facebook at the 52 Scott Podcast. Also, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Black Friday.